So here also I want to show the hand behind this magic, our Chief Minister, who had the compassion that why differentiate between poor of rural and urban? Let's do it for the urban poor as well. You have to have that risk-taking ability. You have to be completely convinced. I will take the risk, but I'll make people happy. How many people will do it? This is something which you all will appreciate and acknowledge that nobody has done it throughout the world. That is when, what's his name, sir, who came from UK? Norman Foster. He learned about this from Mr. Ratan Tata or some newspaper articles. And he said that I want to volunteer. This is something I was looking forward. Throughout the world, if someone does something for slum dwellers, poor people who are the engines, who are the soul of service delivery in urban areas, somebody will treat them with dignity, give them the respect they deserve. So that's what Honorable CM thought he will do. He always takes that respect and dignity of people who work for us, who work for the towns. Here, in this case, the slum dwellers. So when I spoke about his compassion for both the poor, whether it is urban or rural, it is the same. That only translated into Mukta scheme. When no state had done any scheme for labor-intensive programs, employment generation programs in urban areas, our Chief Minister decided, post-COVID we did that, during COVID. So that gave us a scope that we should run the extra mile for the urban poor as well. So that's how the trend-setting Mukta scheme was set. I believe many states are now doing the urban poor labor-intensive programs. So if you take all these things, you see a leader who is committed, who has the ability to take risk, who is sympathetic, who is compassionate, who thinks people as first. He could have monetized the land which he has settled with the poor and made some crores of rupees for the state exchequer. He didn't want to do that. He wanted them to give a dignified living, in situ settlement, not shifting them, uprooting them and putting them in those high rises, which mostly becomes challenging to make it successful. One more example I'll give. The Special Secretary spoke about Mo Sarkar. How many governments in the country or throughout the world will have the conviction to take feedback from people on government services? It is our Chief Minister's idea. You go to a restaurant, you come to Taj, you have a meal, they ask you for your feedback. How do you rate the taste of the food? How do you rate the quality of food, service? All these things are ranked because you are a customer and the customer satisfaction is very important. So for a commercial establishment, if customer satisfaction is so important, for a government who runs on people's money, who runs on public finances, for that government and its leader, citizen satisfaction, citizen feedback is very, very important. That's how he introduced the concept of Mo Sarkar. Any citizen who is going to any government office throughout the state has an option of giving a feedback to the government, and his feedback is respected. How do we do it? Any citizen who is going to any government office. In the first phase, we selected 4 government offices which will have the maximum interaction, where people generally go with a lot of stress. Hospitals, government hospitals. Number 2 is police stations, where people go with stress. And then we took 2 departments where generally there is a perception that corruption is high and harassment is high. One is transport department, the other one is the sub-registration department. These are the 4 departments which we took to implement this Mo Sarkar scheme. Anyone who goes to a police station, his phone number is registered in a portal called the Mo Sarkar portal. And anyone who goes to a hospital, His phone number is also registered, her phone number. So anyone who goes to any government office throughout the state, like for example, we have, I believe, whatever 1,000 government offices we have, every day we get a footfall of about 3.5 to 4 lakh people visiting different government offices. All their phone numbers are captured. And these phone numbers come to a portal. And from this portal, random numbers are picked out by the system to the chief minister of the state. He can decide whichever department he wants to call. He can call urban development, he can call police, he can call health, any department. He picks up the phone. There are 10 phone numbers. He calls, okay, you went to this hospital today, this public hospital. How was the treatment there? Are you satisfied with the treatment given by the doctor? Were you provided with free medicines which the government is providing? Or you are asked to go outside for treatment? Or you are asked to go outside for tests? Were you treated with dignity and in a professional manner? These are the questions the chief minister asks. So it starts from the chief minister and it goes to the concerned minister of the department, the secretary of the department, the chief secretary. So far, we have made more than 2 million calls in the last 4 years. 2 million calls. This would be the largest feedback system anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world, where 2 million calls, these are all computerized. Every call, when you make, you take feedback. Based on the feedback,